Hi, good morning. Today is August 22nd, 2019, approximately 9:17 Eastern Standard Time. This is Olawale Okabola, Spartacus Trading Corporation, here to bring you a quick and dirty pre-market report. Please refer to last night, the recap and prep report to get more detail of what I'm going to talk about quickly. I need to get set up for today. I talked about the two major reference going into today I'm paying attention to: the current weekly high, the weekly open. Right now, the overnight is higher. I talked about the overnight having to hold a gap to basically negate all of the long inventory that has been long from yesterday's overnight. Hopefully I can bring it in real quick. There we go. All right. We've been long since yesterday's overnight. Yesterday was pretty much a balanced day, but maintained higher in regards to yesterday's range and value area. Now we crank in the overnight from last night. We got higher. We liquidated. They bought it right back up. So we want to pay attention to what's going on. The market needs to hold this gap for upside continuation. If the market can't hold this gap, knowing that overnight inventory is long, when you compare basically where the overnight overall is from yesterday's settle, this is the settle. Overnight is long, but you have to take in consideration overnight's been long for a little while now. 1, 2, 3, 4 hours. Put yourself in these long positions. If they're not getting what they need to see, which is acceptance above the overnight high, and the market begins to drip, drip, drip and fill the gap, we have a 12Y point of control that hasn't been revisited. In addition to that, we got some stops underneath the market. We got some stops underneath the market. See what's going on? Buying area, buying area, buying area, buying area, buying area. You get the point. Not saying we're going to hit those stops, but this is setting up for a possible outside day. Outside day is you open above range, close below range, or an attempted outside day, because this range is only 12 points. It wouldn't take much to get through that with some good liquidation and the conditions are favorable. First indication, you want to see what value develops in regards to the current weekly high, which if we open here, we have a new weekly high. So this will be a former weekly high. You want to see what value develops to get you on the right side of the trade. You want to see continuation to the downside, one time framing to the downside. Okay. If you can't get that, value is still overall developing higher. Value is overall developing higher. We can have a liquidation and then bounce back. So today could be a tricky day. You want to pay attention to value to see where it can keep you on the right side of the trade. So I talked about the downside scenario. You want to see where value develops first for the which would be if we open above the former weekly high. Where does value develop? We come back in range, fill the gap. We have a 12 wide as I talked about, point of control, which is pretty doggone prominent. And then you can get some more liquidation. If we get some more liquidation, as I just showed you, we got some stops underneath the market here as well. That's not too far from the point of control. You can get some more liquidation. You just want to keep up with one time framing and judge the market confidence. We take out the low. You really want to judge the market confidence to take out the overnight low, yesterday's low, get into these stops. To the upside, once again, the market basically needs to hold the gap to negate the threat of liquidation and further liquidation. We could initially liquidate, catch a bid somewhere down here, and the market comes right back up. Okay, but that doesn't necessarily negate doesn't necessarily negate the possibility of further liquidation. All it just says is that the market traded lower, buyers bought it back up. That keeps the inventory still long and on some very shaky ground. So that is the pre-market report. I hope this helps keep you on the right side of the trade. This is Oluwale Okabola, Spartacus Trading Corporation, wishing you a good day.